So I want to teach you a trick. This is about doing a massive water change on a tank with a canister filter. As you can see, that canister filter is running right now, but in about 3 minutes it's not going to be running anymore because there won't be enough water for the siphon to work. So once it's done, we'll show you the trick to keeping your canister filter from murking up your tank. So you've done a water change that makes your fish think you're off your meds because their water was really cloudy and you needed to do something about it. So you did a 75% water change. Your RO filter is putting water back in, but your canister filter has stopped. Getting there on the refill, and one of two things is going to happen. Either that pump is going to start up by itself and it's going to dump all sorts of crap in your tank, or you're going to have to prime it and it's going to dump all sorts of crap in your tank. Either way. See, I don't like to clean canister filters when I do a water change because all the good bacteria is in that canister filter. And since I don't use a lot of mechanical filtration, it's pretty much lava rock and bioballs in my canister filters. I really don't have any reason to wash it out. None whatsoever, unless it gets clogged, right? So, this is kind of a weird tank. It's got no substrate in it. It's the very first tank I ever owned, actually. 75 gallon. It's got very little substrate in it, and most of the beneficial bacteria is held in the canister filter. So I really, really, really don't want to clean the canister filter. So here's the trick. You know that pump is going to murk this tank. You know it. There's no two ways about it. So, you grab a bucket, you put that bucket in, like so, and you get it moved back to the back of the tank, like so. And then you move your pump, you move that pump head that you know is going to murk your tank over and into that bucket. Okay. So now when that pump starts, that murk is going in the bucket. It's not going in your tank. And once it starts running clear, you can go ahead and put that pump head back over in its place next to the siphon so that it's running nice, clear, clean water into your tank. But you know you're not getting that murk in the tank, you're getting it in the bucket first. That's the trick. Works really well, and it allows you to do deep water changes without having to be afraid of murking your tank because you didn't scrub out your canister filter. What I forgot to mention is that you need to fill that bucket so that it is higher than the siphon tip. That way the water level that's in the bucket will be, when you take it out, it's going to allow the water to still flow into your tank. You're also going to have to let water run into the tank almost to the same level as the bucket, and probably a couple of inches higher than that siphon hose, so that it doesn't go down lower than the siphon hose and stop siphoning when you take the bucket out. You also want the bucket to sit firmly on the bottom, and the only way to do that is make sure that it has at least an equal amount of water as the rest of the tank. Right, well, we're almost reaching a point where this pump should start itself up. The siphon is almost completely fully submerged, so it's either going to start itself up or I'm going to have to prime it. I did end up putting the bucket up on a decoration because there wasn't enough room in the bucket. It is a fairly deep tank. There wasn't enough room in the bucket for water to run into it, so I was going to have to raise the bucket up, which I did by just putting it up on a decoration that happened to be in there. So either the pump's going to start itself or I'm going to have to prime it. I guess we will see in just a minute. Some of it? No. Not even drip?
No. Now dirt is coming. So this is coming out.
There you go. No good?
coming out more clear than I used to.
Nothing. What the actual? She finally starts up. You might still get a little bit of murk, but it should be fairly clean water, and you can take the tube then at this point. And move it back over to where it belongs, and take your bucket out. And you should have good clean water running out of your filter now. Not going to murk up your tank, and all that dirty nastiness gets thrown out the door.